Hi everyone! Welcome to our Chinese character mastery course. This course is designed to guide you through 3 progressive stages, helping you gain a deep understanding and appreciation of Chinese character. Here is what you can expect from our complete course. 1. You will learn the 28 basic Chinese strokes, which will set the foundation for Chinese writing. 2. We'll tackle 150 essential characters from the HSK standard, diving deep into each one. 3. We'll delve into more than 300 key phrases to enhance your vocabulary and deepen your understanding of how these characters are used. And 4. We'll demonstrate the writing rules and provide specially designed practice sheets to help you create your own calligraphic artworks. Through our Level 1 course, you will learn the 8 basic strokes essential to Chinese writing, study more than 50 characters, including their pronunciation, meanings, origins, and writing rules. Get to know more than 100 phrases, learning both how to say and what they mean. And finally, dive into Chinese calligraphy, creating your own calligraphic artworks. As many of you might know, Chinese characters are among the world's oldest written symbols, originating from oral bone inscriptions made on turtle shells and animal bones over 5,000 years ago. Over time, during the Shang and the Zhou dynasty, they transformed into intricate bronze inscriptions called Jingwen, and got a major makeover during the Qing dynasty to become more uniform. The journey didn't stop there. These characters continued to evolve through the Han Dynasty with styles like clerical and regular script, shaping the simplified characters we use today. Imagine that. Strokes. Chinese characters are made up of different strokes, with a total of 28 basic strokes. This includes both simple and compound strokes. Each character is a combination of these strokes, and mastering them is the first step in learning to write Chinese characters. Our course is structured around these 28 essential strokes. Today, we're going to learn about 2 fundamental strokes, the horizontal stroke, heng, and a vertical stroke, shu. First up, let's look at the horizontal stroke. It's drawn from left to right in one smooth motion. No breaks in the middle. It's called heng. The vertical stroke, shu. It goes from top to bottom. Shu. This is the character yi, which means 1. And we have er, which stands for 2. Then this is san, representing 3. Let's pronounce them again. Er, san. As you can see, the strokes for these characters are very simple. Yi is a single long horizontal stroke. Er consists of a medium horizontal stroke on top and a longer one below. San starts with a medium horizontal stroke followed by a short stroke in the middle and a long horizontal stroke at the bottom. Quite simple to grasp. I've mentioned before that Chinese script has thousands of years of history. For each character, I take you through their origins and background to enhance your understanding. Now, let's explore how these 3 simple horizontal lines came to represent the number 1, 2, 3.
In the ancient times before the written words, our ancestors remember things by making knots and ropes. This method is known as knot recording. For example, if they caught one piece of game while out hunting, they would put up one rope to signify the number 1. If they caught 2 fish by the river, they would tie 1 rope to another and make a knot to signify the number 2. Capturing 3 rabbits would mean tying 3 ropes together for the number 3. A single horizontal line representing 1 rope corresponds to the number 1. 2 horizontal lines, each indicating the rope, signify number 2. Following the pattern set by 1 and 2, 3 horizontal lines represent the number 3.
Got all that? Ancient people used knot tying as a method to record numbers. Now you might be wondering, if 1 rope represents 1 item, how about 100 items? And would a character for 100 then need 100 horizontal strokes? Of course not. Let's look at pictures showing how the ancient method of knot tying was used for record keeping. In fact, when representing the number 5, the method changed to tying a knot by joining the middle of 2 ropes together. Each number has its unique way of knotting. Now let's look at how the number 10 was represented. It was actually done by tying a larger knot in the middle of a single rope.
In Arc of Bone script, the character for 10 resembles a rope with a large knot in the middle. Ancient people would tie a large knot in the middle of a rope to represent the number 10, which gradually simplified into a horizontal line and eventually evolved into the character 10 we recognize today.
And there you have it, the fascinating origins of these characters. Pretty interesting, isn't it? Now, let's come to how we actually write them. 10, 10. 10 is made up of 2 strokes, a horizontal stroke 横 and a vertical stroke 竖. When you write it, you start with the horizontal stroke and then the vertical one. 横 竖 横 竖. Okay, next, let's review the first 3 characters.
1、2、3。
Remember, an upper stroke should always be written before a lower one. This is a basic principle of the stroke order for writing Chinese characters. Once we learn to write 1、2、3、10, we can then use these characters to form more numeral phrases. Take a look.
11、12、13、21、22、23。
According to this, can you figure out how to express the numbers 31, 32, and 33? That's right.
31、32、33。
All right, now we've reached our calligraphy session. If you are eager to write beautiful Chinese characters and create your own unique calligraphic artworks, make sure to follow along with our detailed guide on how to write these characters. Grab your practice paper and either a pen or pencil. Our professional calligraphy instructor will guide you step by step to write elegant and standard Chinese calligraphy. Are you ready? Let's start. Let's take a look at Chinese character 'n'. First, it's important to understand that the character 'n' is made up of a single horizontal stroke. When writing it, it's crucial that it remains straight and elongated. Avoid writing it too slanted or with sharp bends like this. Such writings is incorrect. Secondly, its position should be on a horizontal midline. It can't be too high or too low. Thirdly, make slight pauses at both ends. We shouldn't write it like this, or it can seem a bit stiff. And if our pauses are too pronounced, that's not correct either. Summary. 1. Keep a long and straight shape. 2. Centered on the midline of Hanzi grid. 3. Pauses at both ends. Now, let's carefully watch a demonstration of how it's written.
好，好，
Next, let's look at the character R. Firstly, it consists of two horizontal strokes. The top one is short and the bottom one is long. The short stroke is above the horizontal midline while the long stroke is below it. It's crucial to put them in right position. Secondly, emphasize the primary stroke, that's the longer bottom stroke. So when you write it, the two strokes should not be of equal length. Thirdly, the stroke should be centered around the vertical midline, ensuring that the lengths on the left and the right sides are equal. Avoid having one side longer than the other. Key point 1. Be aware of the position of each stroke in the grid. 2. Emphasize the primary stroke. 3. Maintain equal length on both sides. Next, let's carefully watch a demonstration of how it's written.
好，房，
Now let's turn to character 三. It consists of three horizontal strokes of varying lengths. The top is a medium-length stroke, the middle is short, and the bottom is long. Clearly, the bottom stroke is the primary stroke. We need to emphasize this main stroke by making it quite long. The second point is the spacing between strokes. They should be even. Avoid having one space narrow and the other wide. That's both unattractive and incorrect. The third point is that the stroke should be centered on the vertical midline of the Hanzi grid. Again, avoid having one side longer than the other. Key point for writing 3. 1. Emphasize the primary stroke. 2. Ensure even space between the strokes. 3. Maintain equal lengths on both sides. Now let's observe a demonstration of this character.
房，房，房，
Finally, let's discuss the character 十. 十 is formed with one horizontal stroke and one vertical stroke. When writing, the horizontal stroke should be elongated.
To avoid a lack of emphasis and a poor visual appeal.
Another crucial aspect is the symmetry in length. The vertical stroke should align with the vertical midline of the Hanzi grid. Ensuring that both sides are of equal length, avoid imbalance in stroke length.
Additionally, the intersection should be slightly above the center, not too low, as this can distort the character's appearance.
Essentials for writing 10. 1. Highlight the main strokes. 2. Balance the length on both sides. 3. Position the intersection point slightly above the center. We now take a closer look at a demonstration.
Found. Soup.
Hi everyone, welcome back to our Chinese characters mastery course. 跟我学汉字. Today is our 10th lesson and I'm really excited to continue our journey together. Before we dive into new characters, let's quickly review what we learned in the last lesson. Last time, we learned that the dot stroke 点 can be either left or right. We also introduced a new stroke called 提. On top of that, we learned 3 new characters, 米, 粥, and 粥. And we practiced some useful words like 花生米, 虾米, 玉米, 杭州, 自制粥, and 欧洲, 绿洲. Now, let's move on to today's lesson. We'll be learning 3 new characters, 火, 金, and 彩. These characters are still made up of the basic strokes we've learned so far. 横, 竖, 撇, 捺, 点. We'll also explore how these characters are used in everyday words. Sounds good? Let's get started. First up is the character 火, which means fire or flame. Pay close attention to the stroke order here. When you write 火, you start with the 2 sides first, and then the center. So it goes 点, 短撇, 竖撇, 捺, 火, 火. Now let's watch a quick video about the origins of 火.
The oracle bone script for 火 showed a fire with flames leaping upward, based on the image of flames crackling on a pile of firewood. As the character evolved into seal script, the depiction became more stylized, with the flames represented by simple lines forming a protruding center, mimicking flames erupting from firewood. In modern script, 火 retains this form but becomes more standardized, with the flames depicted as bursts on either side of a central heap.
Huo is one of those characters that started with the literal meaning fire, but nowadays it can also refer to something being really popular or on fire in a figurative sense. Now let's look at some words that use huo. The first one is 火炉. 火 means fire, and 炉 means stove. Together, 火炉 refers to a stove or furnace. 火炉, 火炉. Next, we have 交火. 交 means to interact or exchange, and 火 here refers to fire in the sense of gunfire. So, 交火 means to engage in a battle or open fire. 交火, 交火. Finally, we have 很火. 很 means very, and 火 here is a slang for popular. So when something is 很火, it means it's really trending or very popular. 很火, 很火. Next up, let's identify these words in real-life situations. From the following photos, can you pick out the words 火炉, 交火, and 很火? Nice work, that's exactly right. Okay, now let's go through the stroke order of 火 again. 火, 点, 短撇, 竖撇, 捺, 火, 火. Next, let's learn the character 金. Jing basically means gold or money. Its stroke order is 撇, 捺, 横, 横, 竖, 点, 短撇横金金 To help us understand it better, let's check out a video on the story behind this character.
This is the character Jin from the Bronze Script period, appearing on Zhou bronze artifacts. Jin is an ideogram with the overall shape resembling an ancient furnace used for smelting metals. The two components suggest that metals are extracted from the earth. The two dots signify the metals smelted from the mineral ores. In seal script, the two dots indicating metal were placed on either side. This form continued into clerical script, which is still used today.
So, originally, Jing refers to all metals, but over time it became more specifically associated with gold. The first word we're studying is Huang Jing. Huang means yellow, and Jing means gold. So together, Huang Jing just refers to gold, highlighting its natural yellow color, a common way to describe gold-related materials in Chinese. Huang Jing. Huang Jing. Next, we have Jing Qian. Jing means gold and qian means money. Together, Jing Qian refers to money or wealth. Historically, gold was used as a form of currency, which is why Jing is often associated with money, qian in Chinese. Jing Qian. Jing Qian. Moving on. Take a look at these two pictures. Let's see if you can find Huang Jing and Jing Qian in them. Exactly, that's it. Fantastic. Now let's go back to the writing. Remember the basic principles we went over before? Upper strokes should be written before lower ones. A middle stroke should be written before strokes on both sides. So for Jing, the stroke order is 撇、捺、横、横、竖、点、短撇、横、金、金。Finally, let's learn the character 采。采 means to pick or gather, like picking fruits or gathering plants. The stroke order of 采 is 撇、点、点、短撇、横、竖、撇、捺、采、采。Let's take a look at a video to help us understand this character.
采
Is an ideogram. In Oracle Bone script, it consists of two parts. The top resembles a claw, actually representing a hand, and the bottom looks like a plant with branches bearing fruits or leaves. This indicates the action of using a hand to pick fruits or leaves from a plant. The bronze script retains this structure, with the top part representing a hand and the bottom part representing a plant, but the plant lacks the fruits or leaves. The seal script, based on the bronze script, revised the strokes but kept the overall structure of the top and bottom parts. The clerical script and modern script also follow this structure, with some changes in the style of strokes and lines.
So, 采 originally refers to picking fruits or plants, later extended to mining and other extraction processes. Let's check out some words that use 采. The first word is 采花. 采 means to pick, and 花 means flower. Together, 采花 means to pick flowers. This is a direct example of the original meaning. 采花. 采花. Next, we have 采矿. 采 means to extract, and 矿 means mine or mineral. Put together, 采矿 means mining or extracting minerals. 采矿, 采矿. Here we go. Let's practice. Take a close look at these pictures. Please pick out the words 采花 and 采矿. Correct. Well done. Great work. Now let's practice writing 采 again. 采, 撇, 点, 点, 短撇, 横, 竖, 撇, 捺, 采, 采. You've done a fantastic job today. To sum up, we learned 3 new characters, 火, 金, and 采, along with their stroke orders and meanings. We also explore some common words like 火炉, 焦火, 横火, 黄金, 金钱, 采花, and 采矿.
Let's talk about the character
火.
First, pay attention to the stroke order. The first stroke is a dot, followed by a short left falling stroke, a vertical left falling stroke, and finally, a right falling stroke. It's important to follow this stroke order. Secondly, extend the left and right falling strokes properly. These are the main strokes of the character, so make them long. The left falling stroke should start vertically before slanting. Don't slant it directly. Thirdly, ensure the bottom is stable. The left and right falling strokes should be balanced, like 2 legs. One leg should not be longer than the other, or the character will look tilted. To summarize the key points for writing: 1. Follow the correct stroke order. 2. Extend the left and right falling strokes. 3. Ensure the bottom is stable. Let's check out the writing process.
点, 短撇, 竖撇, 捺, 火.
For the character Jin, the top part Ren, with the left falling and right falling strokes, are the main strokes. Extend these 2 strokes and make sure the left falling stroke extends beyond the starting point of the right falling stroke. Secondly, the vertical stroke should be in the center, with the horizontal strokes above and below it. Although the spacing between the horizontal strokes varies, narrower at the top, wider at the bottom, they should all be parallel. Thirdly, ensure symmetry. The vertical stroke should be centered, and the width on both sides should be equal. To summarize the key points for writing: 1. Extend the left and right falling strokes. 2. Keep the horizontal strokes parallel. 3. Maintain symmetry. Now, let's observe how it's written.
撇, 捺, 横, 横, 竖, 点, 短撇, 横, 金, 采.
The character needs to be tight at the top and loose at the bottom. Keep the upper strokes close together, not too spread out. Secondly, extend the left falling and right falling strokes properly, as they are the main strokes. Make the horizontal strokes slightly shorter. Thirdly, center the vertical stroke, ensuring equal spacing on both sides. To summarize the key points for writing: 1. Tight at the top, loose at the bottom. 2. Extend the left and right falling strokes. 3. Center the vertical stroke. Now, let's see a demonstration.
撇点点短撇横竖撇捺
Remember to keep practicing your characters and strokes, as each small step helps you get closer to mastering Chinese. Take your time and don't be afraid to review what we've covered. I look forward to seeing you in the next lesson. Hello everyone, welcome back to our Chinese characters mastery course. 跟我学汉字. I'm so glad to see you for our 11th lesson today. We're making great progress, and I hope you're excited to learn some new characters. But first, let's take a moment to review what we covered in our last lesson. In our last lesson, we learned the characters 火, 金, and 财. And we explored their meanings along with some compound words like 火炉, 焦火, 恒火, 黄金, 金钱, 采花, 采矿. So far, the strokes we've covered include 横, 竖, 撇, 捺, 点, and 提. Today, we're introducing a new stroke, 横折, which is a horizontal stroke with a turn. This stroke is very common and form the basis for many Chinese characters. The characters we're learning today, 口, 日, 田, all use this 横折 stroke. In calligraphy, you sometimes notice the stroke ending with a subtle hook, which adds to the character's aesthetic and flow. This hook isn't mandatory and usually happens naturally as part of the pen movement to its next stroke. 横折, 横折. Now let's start with 口, meaning mouth. The stroke order of 口 is 竖, 横折, 横, 口, 口. Now let's watch a quick video that shows how the character 口 has evolved over time.
The character
口
represents a mouth. In oracle bone script and bronze script, it looks like an open mouth, with the sides extending upwards slightly, as if the mouth is open wide. The seal script version is similar to the bronze script, but elongated vertically. In clerical and modern script, straight and angular strokes replaced the curved strokes of the seal script, making it less mouth-like in appearance.
口
Interesting, isn't it? Now, 口 doesn't just mean mouth. It also used to describe any kind of opening, entrance, or exit. So the first word we're going to study is 口水. 口 means mouth and 水 means water. Together, 口水 refers to saliva. 口水, 口水. Next, we have 出口. 出 means
to go out.
and 口 refers to an opening. So 出口 means exit or export, referring to either a physical exit or trade export. 出口, 出口. Lastly, we have 门口. 门 means door and 口 means entrance. Put together, 门口 refers to the doorway or the area near the entrance to your door. 门口门口 Next up, let's identify these words in real-life situations. From the following photos, can you pick out the words 出口,口水 and 门口? Nice work. That's exactly right. Great work. Now let's come back to the writing. 口竖横折横口口 Next, let's learn the character 日 which means sun or day. Its stroke order is 竖横折横 and 横. Again, the 横折 stroke here can sometimes be written as 横折钩 with a hook at the end. 日日 Let's explore a brief video to know more about this character.
The character meaning sun or day, has its origins in Shang Dynasty oracle bone and bronze inscriptions. Initially depicted as a circle representing the sun, this character illustrates the daily cycle of sunrise and sunset. In early bronze script, a circle was used to symbolize the sun, sometimes with a dot or short horizontal line inside, to indicate the sun as a solid, radiant entity. This dot or line served as an indicator to emphasize the sun's tangibility and to distinguish from similar characters like
口
Over time, the rounded shape became squared in oracle bone script due to the difficulty of carving circles into hard surfaces. This squared form persisted into the seal and modern scripts for practicality and aesthetics.
So, the character 日 originally represented the sun and is closely tied to the concept of time, since the sun's rise and fall defines day and night. Well, I have a question for you here. Remember the word 太阳 that we learned before? It also means sun. So what's the difference between 太阳 and 日? Let me explain. 日 was actually the original character for sun in Chinese, but over time, 太阳 became the more common way to say sun. Nowadays, 日 was mostly used in combination with other words to mean sun or day. For example, 日光. 日 means sun, and 光 means light. Together, 日光 means sunlight. 日光日光 Next, we have 生日. We actually came across this word when we learned the character 生. Do you remember? 生 means birth, and 日 means
date
so 生日 literally means birthday or simply birthday. 生日生日 Moving on to our word recognition part now. Take a look at these two pictures. Let's see if you can find 日光 and 生日 in them. Exactly, that's it. Fantastic. Let's write 日 again. 竖横折横横日日 Finally, the last character we'll look at is 田, which means a field or farmland. The stroke order for 田 is 竖横折横竖横 Again, the horizontal turn stroke here may also end with a hook, just like we saw with 日. Before we get into more details, let's watch a short clip that explains the history of this character.
田
Have you seen Chinese rice fields? They are perfectly square, which is why the Chinese character for field looks like a square divided into 4 parts by a horizontal and vertical line. It resembles 4 fields side by side, forming the character
田
In ancient times, the character had a rounded, symmetrical shape, especially in the seal script, where it looked very elegant with smooth, curved corners. The horizontal and vertical lines in the middle were connected to the surrounding edges. In the modern simplified version, each stroke is distinct, giving it a more square appearance. For ease of writing, a new hook stroke has been added to the horizontal fold in the lower right corner, and the horizontal line in the middle has been shortened.
The character 田 has a deep connection to agriculture, representing fields or plots of land used for farming. Let's see how it's used in different words. The first word is 田野. 田 means field, and 野 means wild or open. Together, 田野 refers to the countryside or fields. 田野. 田野. Next, we have 田地. 田 means field, and 地 means land. So, 田地 specifically refers to farmland, the land used for agricultural purposes. 田地. 田地. Let's practice. Take a close look at these pictures. Can you spot the words for 田野 and 田地? Correct. Well done. Now let's go through writing 田 together. 竖 横折 横 竖 横 田 田. Great job today, everyone. To wrap up, we learned a new stroke, the horizontal turn, 横折, and 3 basic characters that use this stroke, 口 日 and 田. We also explored some useful words like 口水 出口 门口 日光 生日 田野 and 田地.
The character is shaped like a cup. The cup shape should be wider at the top and narrower at the bottom, with the 2 vertical strokes slightly tilting inward. Don't write it as a perfect square, as it looks too rigid. Secondly, these 3 points should slightly extend beyond the lines, to make it look more elegant. But don't overdo it, too much extension looks incorrect. Lastly, the overall size of the character should be moderate, not too big or too small. To summarize the key points for writing, 1. Shape it like a cup. 2. Pay attention to the 3 points. 3. Keep the size moderate. Now, let's see how to write it.
竖横折横竖横折横口日
For the character, first note that its shape is tall and narrow. The vertical lines on each side need to be straight, not slanted. Writing them slanted is incorrect. Secondly, has 3 horizontal strokes. Ensure the spacing between these strokes is even. Avoid making them too close in one area and too far apart in another. Thirdly, the middle short horizontal stroke should connect on the left but not on the right. To summarize the key points, 1. Keep the side vertical strokes straight. 2. Make sure the horizontal strokes are evenly spaced. 3. The middle short horizontal stroke should connect on the left and separate on the right. Now, let's look at how to write it step by step.
树横折横横日
For the character tian, first, note that the vertical strokes on each side should tilt inward slightly. This gives the character a shape that is wider at the top and narrower at the bottom. Avoid writing it as a perfect square, which looks too rigid. Secondly, the spacing between the horizontal strokes should be even. Uneven spacing is incorrect. Thirdly, the short horizontal stroke in the middle needs to be placed on the horizontal midline and should not touch the outer vertical strokes. To summarize the key points, 1. Tilt the side, vertical strokes inward slightly. 2. Make sure the horizontal strokes are evenly spaced. 3. Keep the middle, short horizontal stroke from touching the outer vertical strokes. Now, let's see a demonstration of how it's written.
树横折横树横田
Keep practicing your strokes and the characters, and I'm sure you will keep improving. See you next time. 再见. Welcome back to our Chinese Characters Mastery course. 跟我学汉字. Today is our 12th lesson, and we're really excited to continue learning with you. Before we move on, let's quickly review what we learned in our last lesson. We studied 横折 stroke, along with the characters 口, 日, and 田. We also explored compound words like 口水, 出口, 门口, 日光, 生日, 田野, and 田地. In today's lesson, we're going to continue learning characters that use 横折 stroke. Here are the new characters. 中, 木, and 早. Each of these characters has unique meanings and appears in many useful words. Let's dive in.